So what I'm going to be messing with today is my Razor Ecosmart electric scooter. It is rated for 220 pounds maximum and 18 miles per hour, but myself with clothes on and helmet and all is about 280, and it zips me around it up to 19 and a half. So it definitely performs above specs. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take it for a ride and do a range test. It's supposed to get about 7 miles. I've got a park down the house that's got a little half-mile walking circuit, and I'm going to test it, varying my speeds up and down from max speed to just kind of slightly cruising to see what I get. And off we go. Do a little off-road. No problem. Alright, so where does that leave us with the Razor Ecosmart? Well, first and foremost, let me say that I did charge it until the light went green, but as some of you know, with lead acid batteries, sometimes they can still charge a little more if you leave them for another hour or two. So I'm going to say it was 100%, but it might not have been completely 100% battery charge. I did a varied driving style, lots of stops and starts. So if you were on a straight road, straight path, and didn't have to do much stopping and then trying to get, 300 and something pounds of machine in person moving again, I think you'd get a lot more battery life. Where am I at right now? Well, I'm at 5.2 miles, and I believe it's spec'd for like 7 or 8 miles. And at about the 3.5 mile mark, I was no longer getting a top speed, which I actually hit a top speed of over 21 miles per hour, but I'm guessing I had a slight decline, and that's why that happened. On fairly flat ground, the most I've ever gotten is about 19 and a half. But again, I'm like 60 pounds overweight for this thing, so considering that it'll do faster than what it's spec'd for with extra weight, it's crazy. I did not deplete the battery. It's like 90 something degrees outside today, so I decided that I didn't want to put the extra wear and tear on the motor since it's already getting pretty warm by running the motor too much. So what I did was 5 miles. I mean, for me, if I can get 5 miles back and forth, I'm good, and that's without having to stop and recharge anywhere, like at an office or something during the day. So if you figure that I'm 60 pounds overweight for the scooter back here, and that it got me 5.2 miles very easily, that's pretty good. I would say around the 3.5 mile mark, I was noticing that my dead stop takeoffs were not as torquey, and I was down to about 16 miles per hour maximum speed. And at the 5 mile mark, I was averaging closer to about 15 miles per hour, definitely with a noticeable loss in takeoff torque. But I do think that even with me on it, being overweight for it and everything like that, I still think it would make an easy 6.5, 7 miles with me on it. So if you're somebody that weighs 175 pounds, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets 10 miles. So it turned out to be a pleasant surprise. Very good scooter for the money. So don't forget to like and subscribe.